Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nicole and this channel is all about health, wellness, and designing your dream life. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my favorite eco-friendly products for a healthier body and a healthier planet. Okay, so these are just some things that I have purchased that have replaced other things in my life that are, disposable products. And these are things that growing up I realized that a lot of people in my family and other families used a lot, and there was really no reason for it. So these are just some things that I've purchased that I was maybe a little bit hesitant to use at first, but then realized it's actually a really great alternative. It saves the planet, it saves your health, it saves money on buying disposable things. So these are things that I'm absolutely in love with and will never really go back to using the disposable versions again. Some of these I don't use 100% of the time, but I just wanted to mention them and just let people know that there are alternatives out there that you can be using. Okay, so the first one I want to talk about is using shampoo and conditioner bars rather than buying bottles of shampoo and conditioner. Now, this one I've kind of been touch and go for a little while because I do have very fine hair. It gets kind of greasy and oily pretty easily, and it tangles up really easily as well. So I've always kind of used really thick conditioners and found it kind of difficult to switch to shampoo bars. Right now I'm testing out some ones by, I think the brand's called Ethique, and I'm not totally in love with them, so I haven't fully made the switch over from normal shampoo and conditioner to bars of things. But I have in the past used the avocado co-wash by Lush, and I absolutely love that. So I think that that's probably what I'm going to be leaning towards in the future, is reducing using the plastic bottles of shampoo and conditioner and just getting that Lush avocado co-wash and using that. And that's what I used when I was traveling around Europe back in 2016, is I just had that little square of conditioning co-wash and I just brought that with me and my hair did fine. So if you are looking for some plastic-free alternatives, you can definitely be doing that using the bars instead of buying bottles of shampoo and conditioner. Okay, so the next thing is paper towels. And I'm not sure if this is actually a brand name, but paper towels. So basically just using cloths instead of paper towels for everything. So I have a set that I use specifically for the bathroom. So I only use this style for the bathroom. So I know that if it's gray and it's got the little dandelions on it, these are my bathroom paper towels. And I just put them in the wash when I'm finished with them and wash them like I do with all of our other clothes. And I found that that's been fine, that's been good. So I'll wash the mirrors, the sinks, the toilets, everything with those ones, put them in the wash them, and then wrap them back up. And I've just got it's just a cardboard tube from normal paper towel roll that I've just kept, and I just roll them back over top of this. Now we do still have paper towels in the house for like really big messes or other things that we don't really want to be like putting in with the rest of our wash. So we do still have them, but it's definitely cut down a lot on how much paper towel I'm using. The next thing is my water bottle. So this probably sounds a little bit silly, but I carry my water bottle with me absolutely everywhere. Even if I'm going out to a restaurant, I'll bring my water bottle, I'll leave it in the car, and I'll have drinks to and from the car and then whatever I'm having at the restaurant. I find that so many people buy bottles of water everywhere that they go. And I do think in some instances it's okay to buy bottled water, like if you're in a foreign country and you're not sure about the cleanliness of the water, or you're worried about getting sick, maybe that's okay. But if you're in your home country and you're buying bottles of water, that blows my mind. Just carry a bottle of water with you. I really like this one because it's got a straw piece, which just makes drinking really easy. And it's also got this little, I don't know if you can see that, little carabiner clip, so that if I'm going for a hike or a walk and I don't have water bottle pockets, I can just clip it to either my pants or to my bag or my purse or whatever. So I don't really have any excuse to not take it with me. And it's just like the simplest thing on the planet, and it really, really bothers me when I see people drinking bottled water. Like, you don't need to be doing that. The other thing I really like about this one, I don't know if you can see as well, but it's got numbers on it, so it can tell me that I've had 250 mil, 500 mil, and 8 ounces, 16 ounces, and 24 ounces. So it breaks it down. This is basically 3 glasses of water. So I know that if I finish one of these, I've had 3 glasses of water, and I know I need to drink 3 of these in a day to get the amount of water consumption that I need. So that's really easy for me to also be tracking how much water I've had throughout the day. The next thing is the period underwear by Modi Body. Now, I'm not going to show you my underwear. I'll just put a picture up of the Modi Body ones that I have. But I just find that they're super fantastic. Like, I can't believe that I was using pads for as long as I was when these other products existed. So I've completely gotten rid of pads. I'll just wear these Modi Body if I'm having a particularly heavy day, which I haven't had in a very long time. If I'm having a particularly heavy day, I'll pair it with a tampon, but like I haven't had to do that for like years. So that's what I'll do. I'll just wear these period underwear and it works out fine. And they're super comfy. They come in different styles, different colors. You just rinse them once you're done with them and you can just wash them like you do all of your other clothes. Super easy alternative to wearing a pad. They've got different absorbencies as well. So if you're having a heavier day, you can wear the heavier ones, or if you're having a lighter day, you can wear the lighter ones. And it's just super easy and I love them. So good on you for Modi Body for making such a great product. Okay, so the next thing is my reusable produce bags. So I know that a lot of people will go to the supermarkets, they'll go to the grocery store and they'll bring their bags to like carry their groceries to the car with them. So they've got reusable bags to pack up their groceries. But what I still see people doing, even if they've got reusable grocery bags, is that they're using the plastic produce bags. So they're putting like their fruit and their veg in these plastic bags, which blows my mind that you can use one and not the other. So it's really super easy to just get produce bags. So these are the ones that I have. They're just little mesh bags, little tie thing. They don't weigh hardly anything, so like it's not gonna matter putting it on the scale. And you just put your produce in that and you put that into your cart and that's that. And I know that some people have problems with remembering to like bring their bags or not bringing enough bags. So I have, when we do our normal shop, just the two of us, we've got 2 cooler bags for like our frozen stuff and our cold stuff. And then we've got 2 or 3 just regular bags. And on top of that, we each have extra bags in our car. So when we're going out and doing a grocery shop on our Saturday mornings, we'll take those bags along with the produce bags with us when we go for our shop. But if there's like a midweek shop or like I'm just out going to the stores or something, I've got a normal bag in my car that I can just take. So I've always got one with me. Like there's no excuse to not have a bag. Like it's just always in my car. The other thing that we do is every time after we empty the groceries and we put the groceries into the fridge and put them away, I'll take those bags and put them back next to the door. So I remember to put it back into my car the next day. So before I go to work the next day, it's right there next to the door. So I've got all my stuff going to work and I'll grab that bag and put it back in my car. So it's really important is just to remember to actually put them back into your car so that you always have something. Now there are still days that like I will forget, it does happen, but I think that's maybe happened to me like twice in the past year. Like it's very, very rare. And like the amount of plastic bags now that I'm saving, like that's fantastic. And eventually, in the supermarkets, they're going to be making those go away. So you're not going to be having the option to be using plastic bags. And hopefully they do make the shift actually to getting rid of these produce bags. And like 9 times out of 10, you don't even need to use these anyways. Like you don't need to put your bananas into a bag, into your cart. Like just put them in to your cart. All of your fruit and veg you should be washing anyways. But like I will put like apples and things into this so that they don't like go rolling around my cart. So again, super easy. You can find them on Amazon. You can find them like anywhere. I don't remember the name of this one, but yeah. And then you can just wash them, reuse them, whatever. Okay, the next thing is my silicone baking sheet. So I hardly ever use baking paper or aluminum foil, anything like that anymore because I just don't need it. So if we are going to be cooking something, then we'll put this down onto the pan. It literally just goes onto the pan and then you can wash it afterwards. And it's just like you don't, actually I don't even really use this a whole lot because we just spray the pan with oil and put things directly onto the pan. But if I know something's gonna be a little bit more difficult to clean and could like wreck my pan, I'll use this. So like if I was doing something like baking cookies, I would use this. I would just put the cookies directly onto this thing. As a little bonus to that, this wasn't actually on my list, but I think it's worth mentioning, is that like plastic wrap, cling wrap, saran wrap, whatever you want to call it, we have it, but we don't use it anymore. Like I haven't used cling wrap in probably 3 or 4 years. Like everything just goes into glass Tupperware containers. So it's got a glass container with a lid on it, it's got a seal. I don't need to use saran wrap. Everything just goes into a glass container. If you can invest a little bit of extra money into just buying a bunch of glass containers, then of different sizes, then you'll be set. Like you won't ever have to use plastic wrap, just put everything into containers. Okay, and then kind of related to that, the next item that I have is my sandwich bag. So I'm not really sure what this is made out of. It's kind of like a plasticky, silicone-y kind of feeling thing, but it's just Velcros, it opens, so you put your sandwich in there, you fold it up, and you're good to go. So instead of wrapping your sandwiches in plastic wrap or cling wrap or tinfoil or whatever you use, I just use this, and I'll use it for wraps as well. I'll put a wrap in there and just roll it up. And then this is another alternative that I got from Target. It's this little Velcro and it's insulated inside. So there's lots of different options that you can be using instead of plastic wrap and aluminum foil, baking sheet stuff, whatever. You can be using these things instead. And again, just Google it online, Amazon, you'll be able to find things like this. Okay, the next thing that I want to talk about is my compost bin. So we did a lot of research, spent a lot of time looking up a compost bin that we could have indoors because we don't have a big backyard at this house that we're renting. So it just made sense that we would have something inside and could figure out like how to use it. Basically, I just wanted to be able to not waste our food scraps and to compost them instead of putting them into the bin. So what we realized is that it's actually not that hard. The hardest part is that we've got it underneath our sink, and it's just very habitual to just go straight to the bin and like throw things out. So we have it, we haven't been using it as much as we would like. I don't really like the idea of like leaving it on the counter because it can get, it's just a bit gross to be looking at, but it doesn't stink. So like you put the scraps into the bin and then you spray it with this like bacteria stuff that helps to break it down. And then once that's full, you drain the liquid and you just bury it somewhere out in your backyard. And that helps to like fertilize and grow and whatever. So it's a really good idea. I just kind of wish that we had a bigger yard to be putting the food scraps, or had like an outdoor compost bin as well to do it like really properly. So it's kind of a good start for us, but we're not quite there yet with it. Okay, so the next thing I have for you are reusable makeup wipes. So I know that a lot of people use like the disposable makeup wipes that you just pull out, wipe your makeup off, and then you throw them out. But I recently tried these ones because I knew that other people had tried something similar. So I think they're just like microfiber towels. But basically you just add water to it. You just rinse it under water and it takes your makeup off. Like, now I don't use intense makeup. Like, I'm just basically wearing like a tinted moisturizer SPF thing at the moment and like a little bit of foundation. I typically don't use waterproof mascara, so I find that like waterproof mascara, it's a little bit tougher on, but I just wet this, wipe my entire face off, and then I'll do my cleansing routine with my face cleanser and then do my skin care routine. And I find that that actually works really well and it gets a lot of the makeup off. Like I said, it's a bit trickier on waterproof mascara, so if that's what you wear, maybe you need to use something different, but I find that for the most part this works for me and I don't ever have to buy like gross chemically makeup wipes. This works fine. And again, you just put them into the wash once you're finished with them. Just goes through like with all my other clothes, and they haven't been stained from anything, so it seems to work fine. Okay, and then the last thing I have for you guys is that I make my kombucha at home. Now, I haven't really been staying consistent with this lately. I did it very consistently for about 3 years, and now I'm just getting a bit tired of it. But for about 3 years, I was making kombucha at home, which meant that I wasn't buying, glass or plastic bottles. I was making it home, bottling at home, using those bottles, washing those bottles, and then reusing them. And I found that that was very cost effective. I wasn't spending money on kombucha. I didn't have to pay for plastic or recycle the plastic or glass bottles, and it was just so much easier. I am getting to the point now where I've kind of stopped drinking kombucha as much, so I might pick that up again at some point, but I'm just feeling kind of like burnt out with the whole process. So it's very easy to get started with it, but if you want to keep it going, it does take a little bit of effort. It takes like maybe 30 minutes to 45 minutes every 7 to 10 days to bottle it and make it. So if you have that time, that's great. You can be doing that. Otherwise, yeah. The other thing is making yogurt at home. I know some friends they make yogurt at home. I did try that once and didn't really like how it turned out, so I do want to try it again at some point, but for now I haven't really been doing that. But again, that could be another thing you could be doing, making your own yogurt at home, putting it into a glass container so you're not buying plastic tubs of yogurt all of the time. Okay, and I do actually have a bonus one for you guys. So this past weekend, we were going through the shops and I saw that there was this silicone sponge thing. So it's just like a silicone spiky thing that can be cleaning your dishes. So I thought that we'd give this one a try instead of using a sponge. I've only used it I think once so far because I want to use the sponge up so we can throw that out and then use this other thing. The only thing I've really noticed is that it doesn't suds up or foam up quite as much as like using a sponge, but it does seem to get the dishes clean. So that might just have to be a little bit of a transition thing, but I haven't used it enough to really recommend it or not, but that is an option that's out there, and I was really interested when I saw it. I was like, this is cool, let's give this a try. We have previously used like the other dishwashing things where it's like a brush almost, and I don't remember why I didn't like that, but I just remember not liking it. And I think it was maybe similar to this silicone thing, is maybe just because it wasn't sudsing up that it didn't really feel like it was getting the dishes clean. But yeah, that's an option out there. I know that other people use it, so if you like that, then go for it. Alright, that's it for today's video. Comment down below which of these things was most surprising to you, or do you really want to give a try that you maybe hadn't heard of before. If you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm uploading new videos every 3 days. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!